visuals tell you the actual story, what the situation is like. This is Rajiv Chowk area of Gurugram. You can see what has happened here just after a couple of days of heavy rainfall. This is one of the prime locations in Gurugram. The water is almost knee deep. There are traffic jams, heavy traffic jams in fact, and now since the Kawar Yatra has also begun, now this has become a headache for those people as well, those devotees as well who are actually going to Haridwar and different places. You can see over here, this seems like something like a sangam over here, where from three sides water is coming, and in fact this is a non-motorized transportation passive way, and in fact you can see this entire area is flooded really badly, and in fact this shows one thing, the failure of civic authorities in Gurugram. This is not the very first year when we are reporting such menace from Gurugram. We've been reporting about this menace. We are reporting about this menace from last many years, and this year also the situation remains the same. And in fact, you can see all these people who have been standing here. They're standard. Some of them are trying to make way to work. Some of them are trying to make way to their home. One only small thing we have to remember is that today is a Sunday morning. So Sunday today is a off day for many. So this traffic is actually very less. This is nothing like a usual traffic day. So just imagine if situation like this continues for the next few days, what will happen on a working day when a lot of people actually commute to get to their workplaces. And in fact, you can see from here also there are many offices which are located just on that side of the road. I can't even go to that side. That side is almost waterlogged above my knee level. So you can see you can imagine the plight of people. And in fact, IMD has went on to predict more rains in Delhi-NCR region. And in fact, earlier also an alert was issued by IMD. In fact, earlier the alert was yellow, then it was upgraded to the orange alert. Now orange alert persists in many areas of North India, and in fact this is not the only area which is being affected by these heavy rains. Other areas of Gurugram as well, including Sona Road area or the Sadar Bazaar Police Road, they are also suffering with the same issue. And in fact you can see how people are actually trying to make way from this very road to just to the other side. These are just couple of 100 meters which the people have to actually cross, but still the situation is so bad over here. It's almost impossible to walk on these roads. In fact, these are the tempo travelers, and in fact certain people are helping each other to get out of this place. And in fact this traffic goes straight to sector 32, and in fact this stretch is barely 1 kilometer, and in fact when we tried to reach here, it took more than 25 minutes just to cover that 1.5 kilometer area. So you can imagine how one of the top class cities of the country is suffering just after a spell of rains which continued for 2 or 3 days. Now IMD has maintained that these rains will continue, but if these rains continue, you can see what will happen to these places if the rains continue to batter Gurugram. And in fact, one worrying situation is also is that Medanta Hospital is also very near to this very place, and in fact this is the very road which actually leads to the Medanta Hospital. Just imagine if something like some emergency arises, or in fact someone tries to make way to the hospital, how is that person supposed to get to that very hospital or any other place? So this is this situation, and these visuals actually tell you the story of the civic misappropriation over here in Gurugram. In fact, now the civic authorities have to be answerable to why this situation arises each and every year here in Gurugram. The incumbent government in the state has also answered a lot of questions as to why they haven't resolved this situation if this is happening from a very long time. So now situation is such that even a small stretch of 1 kilometer, it will take around 25 to 30 minutes to cross this area. And you can just imagine the plight of people over here who are trying to just move from one spot to another. And in fact, this is a weekend. I would like to remind this to our audience. Just imagine if it would have been a normal working day, the situation will be even worse at this very point. Well, this is Gurugram area, and in particular the Rajiv Chowk area. In these visuals, you can see the kind of water logging which has happened over here after the torrential rainfalls of 2 days. And in fact, with this water logging, one thing is very clear, a lot of questions will be raised on the civic authorities in Gurugram and Haryana. In fact, people are suffering. There are heavy traffic congestions and traffic jams over here, and you can see till where you can see, you can just see the traffic jams, and in fact also you can see the water logging. Now Kavad Yatra has also begun, so that is also another one thing which the authorities have to take care of, because Yatris are on their foot moving from one place to another, and if this situation persists, then it will be a real tough job for the authorities to maintain calm and in fact to maintain the situation over here in Gurugram. NCR is also affected heavily by these people, and in fact what we have to understand is that right now what is happening in other parts also is that people are suffering to actually commute from one place to another, and one major thing is that the IMD has predicted heavy rains in coming days as well. So this situation is not going to die down soon, but what the authorities have to do, they have to check the situation, and in fact they have to take the strictest action against those who fail to perform their duties.